Hello guys, welcome back to S3D. And yeah, this is somewhat of a controversial video. Now, last week, obviously, I had a big debate with a lot of people on the toy collector group on Discord, and unfortunately, it looks like people think I was just bashing, you know, various stores. Now, it seems like people didn't care about what I had to say about TFSource and even ToyWiz because they obviously think people don't think of these two retailers very hold them to very high regards. But when it comes to BBTS, I'm actually very surprised to see so many people defending this retailer. I'll be fair, I have purchased stuff on BBTS before, and my experience were great. I mostly just buy the high-end 1/6 scale figures. I think their shipping fee for the high-end figures, like Hot Toys and stuff like that, is okay. The Hot Toys is actually not priced very well, but when it comes to like certain brands of 1/6 scale figures, it depends. Uh, Only for 1/6 scale, like some of the TB League figures were pretty well priced, and also the third-party 1/6 scale figures. And they seems to be able to keep some of them in stock, although it's kind of like a crapshoot. They usually mostly sold out stuff very quickly, and then you can't get them. But they have some figures sitting for a while. Like for example, I got the World Box Mortal Kombat Sub Zero from BBTS. That was actually, the figures got a lot of problems, but BBTS had that figure for like 5 years, and it was actually pretty good. For what it is, given the price that they're selling for, like $150. Uh, yeah, so that's my experience. But we're talking about general experiences with most people. So most people, apparently, a lot of people have. I have compiled a list of complaints about BBTS. Obviously, the price is actually a little bit higher, and a lot of people would agree with me at this point that they are selling their stuff for $5 to $15 higher. And some people do agree with me that they're spending extra money, and it seems kind of hypocritical. Uh, it is hypocrisy, but I guess all people on social media, we're just all hypocrites. We're talking about doing one thing and then we do something else, and we don't practice what we preach. It is very unfortunate, and it makes us all look bad, myself included. So let's just be honest. But the problem here isn't really the biggest problem. What we experience on BBTS is that they seem to be getting a lot of the new stuff, that the pre-order stuff, a lot later than most other retailers. Supposedly, they have access to the Entertainment Airs network of wholesale, distribution. But yeah, they're getting the Bluefin stuff, the Bandai stuff, like really slow too. Uh, you know, Even slower than mom and pop shops. So it's kind of weird. I have seen this happen many times. People wonder, where's their 30-minute mission kits? Where are their new Gunpla, and where's their new Robodamashi figures that they actually pay a little bit more for? They're paying $5 to $20 more for these, Bandai products, versus like buying them from overseas retailers or specialty retailers like New Type HQ, USA Gundam Store, or just people who sells Gunpla or Robodamashi in general. Of course, I'm not here to promote New Type or USA Gundam Store, Gundam Planet. They are specialty stores that specialize in Bandai products, so you tend to be able to save a lot more money when you purchase from these specialty online retailers. I mean, you can always buy from the mom and pop shops, but nowadays most of them have given up on online competition because no, it seems like nobody can compete with the big guys, the big 3 to 5 retailers who specialize in just massive online retailing. Can compete with the price, can compete with their shipping, blah blah blah. Of course, there's also Hobby Link Japan, which you can do the same thing. Uh, a lot of people have complained about how much it sucks to buy stuff overseas. The last 2 years, it has been very problematic, and I can agree to that because sometimes your stuff can get stuck in customs or it just take forever to get your item. I think things are a little bit better now, unless we have some more crazy, uh, unless we experience a new pandemic or some sort of military situation with China or something. But I think for the most part, that problem is almost behind us now. I have bought stuff on Japan and I have gotten them very quickly, so it's really not that big of a deal in 2022. But who knows what the future holds. But generally speaking, uh, there's still a lot of problems dealing with this retailer. Apparently, I talked to another YouTuber who has been banned from BBTS. Actually, not just one, a couple of them. So if you say like bad things about BBTS on social media, seems like they will ban you from making purchases from the store, which I found kind of petty. I cannot confirm that, I don't know what else they did to anger BBTS so much that they got banned, but a lot of them are just saying like they were saying bad stuff about BBTS on Discord and on social media, and then BBTS straight up, banned them and stuff like that. And then there's also a lot of people who does a lot of promotion for BBTS who were never ever, sponsored by BBTS, and they feel like they deserve some sort of sponsorship. It all really depends. Like online retailer will sponsor you if you have a lot of audience. If you can retain audience, it's also based on how many views you get, and also depends on your person and the overall content. They have something, they feel like your channel's kind of weird, then they will never sponsor you. For example, I do these type of commentaries, and it gets on people's nerves, and yeah, like I lose a lot of sponsorships just for me doing these type of videos, warning people about these online retailers. Now, what's really good about BBTS is that they do actually carry a lot of products. They carry a lot of specialty products. For example, this brand. This is something that you're probably never gonna see on other retailers. They carry the Earnestcore craft. The figures too. They like to experiment. So I think a lot of reasoning why the price is higher than other retailers is because they take risk. I have seen many times on their website where they kind of learn their lesson, and they don't want to take too much risk on these products. So some of the product is like pre-order, require payment and blah 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 before they buy the product. So yeah, for certain things, this is definitely something that they need to do because some of these brands can be hit or miss. It looks really good in the promo, but the figure come out to be completely crap. For example, if you guys seen my review on the trash can, that one was kind of a problematic figure. I mean, it looks great; it's got great articulation, but yeah, a lot of people who were selling it weren't too happy about that particular brand. I think it's actually was it by Toy Alliance as well? Anyway, let's see. Either way, like this brand, like they sell a lot of various other type of figures. So you can see right here, not all these figures are actually from the same license, but they do have a lot of stuff. So yeah, and when it comes to like 1/6 scale figures, you definitely BBTS definitely have some stuff that other people don't have. Generally speaking, though, yeah, I mean, look at this figure. This figure is $60. I can bet you if you buy this figure in Asia, it is probably gonna be like $35. not anywhere close to $60. Like their markup is very high. But I kind of understand where they're coming from. They're taking a risk of carrying all these products that potentially may or may not sell. And it's a small family business actually, and then they invest a lot of money into advertising to get their stuff on social media to get people's attention. So, anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't actually know any brand that actually take the risk of going into scales like 135, because these things, I think these things are 135 scale or 112, 118 scale. Let's take a look at the scale on this figure. Oh, these are 118 scale. These are not bad. Well, it's still really, really expensive, and pretty sure, you know, in my opinion, I think a lot of these figures can be gotten for at least 25 to $30 cheaper if you're buying them from overseas. But anyway, this is just my opinion. I not really interested in like continue to be bashing on BBTS. I know a lot of people support them, and I think most people are aware of the issues. I think if you're okay with getting your stuff a little bit slower than everybody else, then I think it's okay. And paying a little bit more. They do have the option where you can, private warehouse your stuff. They call it pile loot. But the problem with this option also create another issue where a lot of people are complaining about. It's like, sometimes they can cancel your pre-order that you already pay for. Because you don't ship in a certain time frame, then you forfeit the item and they give it to somebody else, and then I guess you get a credit, and a lot of people find that very frustrating. But I can also understand, somebody wants it more than you do, and you're just like holding up on merchandise. That's something that I can understand, but it's up to you guys to decide what you want to do. But anyway, I'm not making an apology video about what I said in the previous video. I'm just making you guys aware of this problem. I do still think getting 1/6 scale figures from BBTS is, it depends on the brand. Let's see, 1/6 scale figures. There's definitely stuff that are priced fairly in that scale. Consider how big. I don't know about the statues. The statues, you're definitely better off just buying from Sideshow. But when it comes to 1/6 scale figures, let's see. Let's just give you guys some example, because they're still like one of the better ones. As long as you're not buying like main brands like like Hot Toys and stuff like that. Any other brand. Let's see. Anyway, any of the third-party unlicensed brand that they sell are decent. Let's see, Disney. Do we have 1/6 scale for Disney? Oh, I see a Buzz Lightyear. That has to be Hot Toys. Yes. Okay. Yeah, the price for that Buzz Lightyear figure isn't that great. Obviously, you can definitely get it from Sideshow and use like the payment plan. Yeah, and they're not taking risk for these. They require down payment because it's becoming, some of these things it's becoming very, very problematic for them. Let's see, 1/6 scale in general. Let's see, what do we have here? Yeah, like, stuff on 3.0, that's still priced very nicely, although you could actually get all these from, from Sideshow now, so, and use a payment plan. But for example, look at this Ultraman. Well, actually, I think 3.0 have these. Sideshow have these too. Like I said, mostly the third-party stuff. Uh, I think these two are statues, but for something like this is actually still very expensive. But wow, $329. Maybe I spoke too soon, but there's definitely figures that are very Let's see, they have filters, so that's high to pre-order, high. Yeah, I mean, look at these. These are priced okay, but the 3.0 figures, they're definitely very very cheap. Okay, oh, that's a bust. That's not an actual figure. I'm trying to find something because yeah, the Power Ranger stuff, they're all very cheap, so you can get like all 6 Rangers for like $300 online right now. But if I can find something that I can talk about. See, for example, some of the TV League figures, like Horus, 1/6 scale, Pharaoh, 170. That's actually a pretty decent price. Like, you won't be able to get that figure at that price uh, on eBay. That's for sure. And yeah, I think even if you're buying from Hong Kong, you'll probably be paying that price. Just take a look at TV League in general. So generally speaking, when it comes to their 1/6 scale figures, the price is actually pretty decent. For the 1/12 scale figure, that is not great. It's actually about $30 to $40 more than what you would pay from Hong Kong. But for the 1/6 scale figures, yeah, as long as it's like under 160-ish, you're getting a pretty decent deal. Yeah. I think these prices are still pretty fair. It has actually gone up about like $20 uh, since 2020, but I guess inflation. Yeah, and they do have some new stuff. So, alrighty. Anyway, I went on too long about this video, so let me know what you guys think about the BBTS. Thanks for watching.